Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to make a video on a typical day at Fruitopia for me. Well, it's going to be a lengthy video, hope you don't mind, but I'm going to give you a good taste of what life is like here in the world of Banana Daddy and Pure Bliss in Melbourne, Australia. So come along with us, or with me at this moment, and have a taste. Looks like our custard apples are almost ready, the ones I picked a few days ago. So I might be cutting those up today. The next thing is we come into our control center, or workstations, where we have our computers and where we have a view of the garden on both sides. And next I go out and check the garden. Let's go and have a look. Oh, it looks like another overcast day. Cloudy and cool. But that's okay. We don't mind. We don't mind the changes of weather here. They have burning fires and heat waves in the tropics. But we don't get that till summer. Until January, February. So springtime here is like an extension of winter. I'm wearing a flannel shirt. Look, thick flannel shirt. Only 15 Celsius today, just like it was yesterday. We had a ton of rain, and here we go. This is what I usually do in the morning when I get up. I just have a quick look around, starting here in the banana circle. I usually look for damage. That's the first thing I look for. And the second thing, any fallen fruit. And for changes in the trees, like these new banana blossoms that are opening, their progress. Yeah. I go behind, beside, from all angles, checking everything. Looking down to, this is the cardamom plant with hedia. It's been there for 5 years. Someday we hope it flowers. Very tropical. Here I have a Hachia nightingale persimmon, which I had in a pot for 3 years. I just put it in the ground 2 months ago. And it's just woken up out of winter. So little things, always looking at little things. Here we have the Cape gooseberry, which sort of does its own thing. It grows on its own, and very little maintenance. Let's have a look. There's one there, I think. The perks of having a garden. Well, I'll show you close up what it looks like. Oh, there you are. Look at that. Cape gooseberry. Then I go down my little steps here, where I've got the volunteer loquats, which I showed the other day. Don't know what I'm going to do with those. And we start. Which way do you want to go? This way or that way? What fun. Who needs a park or botanical gardens? Anyway, this is the Wurtz variety of avocado, and it's in full bloom. It started a few days after the Pinkerton. Yeah, anyway, it's covered in thousands of flowers. And this is my oldest avocado, almost 15 years old. Check it out. Oh, the sun's out. Yay. Look at that beauty. How's that for a bloom? A blooming avocado show. Well, there's not much to see from here because these little guys won't set fruit till November. And here we have the the persimmon, the fuyu, which is absolutely loaded this year, absolutely wrapped. We're going to get about 300 persimmons out of this guy here. And then I check out the jujube coming along nicely with all its spring growth. Then I quickly move on to the Hass. Check out the Hass. Not much to report from here. Just waiting for these to turn brown so we can cut them. You can probably cut it now, ripen indoors. But we like to wait till the very last minute, just before it drops, because sometimes they can get messy if they drop fully ripe. Then I have a look at the apples, which are also flowering. I got a Granny Smith and a Jonathan. These are 18 years old, the first trees I planted when I moved here. Look at the trunk. How's that for a trunk? It's bigger than my head. So these always fruit consistently every year, prolifically, like over 1,000 apples, guaranteed. Look at that. Checking out the kiwi, coming along nice. The kiwi's not ready till June. Is one of the last ones to be ready. Then we check out the spring flowers, which is the jasmine. Look at that, gorgeous, gorgeous. You won't believe how strong the smell is here. It's just amazing, intoxicating. I planted this about 18 years ago too. It's like a hedge along the fence. Check out the small babies here. Seedling mango, which I just bought last month. Wax jambu. Always checking its progress to see if it's shooting out any new shoots for spring. Still in winter mode. Nothing yet. The new black sapote I got last month. The black Tahiti. It's got some new activity. Look at that. Look at that. So there's something happening there, and other little signs here. Look at that. See a gardener? How sensitive a gardener is in his little babies. Yeah, it's like a mummy seeing the first teeth on her baby. That's a Suriname cherry, which I don't really need. I got that by accident because I've already got a big one. Lemonade. Lemonade is always nice and flowery. This is the one I talked about a few months ago that you can't kill. Sure can't. Checking out the progress on this pomegranate, which I bought last summer. Coming along nicely, isn't it? Too young to set fruit, as it's only 2 years old. So, looking at the Tamarillo. Yep, coming along nicely. Thank you very much. Oh, and then the brown turkey fig. Look at that. Look at these guys. We're gonna get some nice whoppers this summer. Look at that. Always checking the fig out. Checking out the fig tree. I've also had this for about 18 years. Look at the butchering I give it in order to contain it from growing too big. Just like every other fig. These need to be kept under check, otherwise they get too big. Way too big. And this is my next job I have, pruning this orange tree. It's gone crazy. This is like a backup orange tree, which we hardly ever eat from, but it's always good to have a backup. There's never enough oranges. Look at it, it's in flower now. Look at these flowers everywhere. So I've got to take off that top up there. So there's always work to do, always work. No 9 to 5 here. It's 24 hours, 24/7. So let's keep going along the jasmine vine. Beautiful, especially when the sun came out. Timing was perfect, wasn't it? There's the Hass. Always checking the height on the Hass. You don't want it too tall. You want to keep it at 4 meters. Okay. What else? Checking the Afurere Mandarin, coming along nicely. Yep. Checking the dragon fruit. Nothing coming from this guy till summer. Okay, orange tree. Starfruit still sleeping. Can you believe it? Nothing. No sign of life yet. Still snoring. Look at that. Looks dead, doesn't it? You won't believe how this tree is going to look at Christmas, around the end of December. Guava is finished. It's only got 1, 2, and 3. Oh, and 4 fruit left. So we'll see this guy again in June next year. He's done. Checking these potted bananas. Gave him a good feed the other day of cow manure. Same with this guy, cow manure, compost from the kitchen. Checking the leaves need to be trimmed. Yep, this one needs to be trimmed. See that? I don't like them messy like that. The lamb Hass is starting to getting ready to flower. Oh, yes, it is flowering. There you go. Didn't see that. There you go. Lamb Hass. So these are a little late, about a month behind the Pinkerton. Okay, I showed you the Jabuticaba the other day. Here it is, getting new leaves. Checking everything every day when I wake up. Instead of going down the elevator, catching the bus to work, I come down those steps I showed you before and check out my babies here to see how they progressed overnight. That's what I do every morning. And as you saw in that previous video, it's getting ready to flower. Fantastic, good boy. The tamarind, wow, can't wait for this guy. Check out the tamarind tree. Wow, love it. Look at that growth, love it. This is an Australian tamarind, not an Asian tamarind, so it's slightly different, completely different actually. Subel, white sapote. Just checking if she's set fruit yet or still flowering. Some of these guys just flower for 2-3 years and don't fruit. Not a problem. I've got 7 of these trees and there's always 3 or 4 of them fruiting. Pomelo, still got some fruit on it, still hanging on from winter. But the best thing about this guy now is the new leaves and new fruit for next winter. Look at that. Pomelo. Flowering. What else have we got? The monstrous orange tree, which is getting way too big. Almost at 4 meters. The pear tree, which just woke up too. Which I don't, like very much, but it is there. It's also flowering. Setting flowers and soon fruit. Just checking the progress on this huge pear tree, which is about 12 years old or more, maybe 15. Look at the trunk. Let's have a look at the trunk. Look at that. I haven't watered this tree in 10 years. What else? Looking at the pineapple guava, which is the oldest pineapple guava I have. Also 14 years old. This guy here. And now it got cloudy and looks like it's going to rain. See? 4 seasons in one day. Okay, the Tangelo. We ate about 300 of these back in July, August. And there's about 20 left in the middle. Very hard to get to. What else? The plums have woken up. My other starfruit tree, this one doesn't look as stripped or dead as the other one. It's the oldest one. This one is almost 10 years old, at least 8 years old. Hopefully we'll get our first starfruits from this guy. Stop being so lazy, man. Always looking beautiful, always flowering, but never setting any fruit. And the reason for that is because the flowers come too late in March. March? Come on. In April, the frosts start. Way too late. The cherry moya, which is starting to drop its leaves slowly. We've got a couple of beauties in here, by the way, which I'll be picking in about a month. Let's have a look. There's one there. Look at that. And another one up there. Yeah. This is the Fuerte avocado, which is also sending out flower buds for the first time. We bought this in August of 2018, so it's only been here for a year and 2 months. And new shoots, and best of all, look at this. Checking the progress. No flowers yet, but a lot of buds on this 1 year in the ground Fuerte, standing at 2.2 meters. All right, and we're doing some progress checking here as well on this young mango that I put in the ground back in early August. It dropped about a dozen leaves. It's all right. It's waiting for some nice warm weather. We had some nice weather last week. We were at the beach swimming all week last week. And one day it got to 30. But then it gets cool again for the following week. That's the problem. And these guys are confused. They're thinking 1 week tropical, 1 week alpine. Make up your mind, dude. Okay, this is Davidson's plum, which I put in the ground about a month ago successfully, as you can see by these new shoots. They're happy. This grows into a tall, slender, upright tree. I put it right between the mango there and mango there. Yeah. The other mango was a Valencia. This one is a Kensington Pride, Bowen. This one's also waking up, kinda. And kinda. Yeah. And definitely. And definitely. Yeah. So, wakey. I know it's cold. You can do it. Pepino progress. I showed this one last week. It's coming along really nice. I don't care about the cold, these guys. Look at this. Flowering, fruiting in winter. They're not waiting for the temperature to get to 30. This is another cherry moya dropping its leaves. This didn't give any fruit this year. What else are we going to check for its progress? Well, we don't need to check the lemon tree, that's for sure. No, we don't. I better get moving in case it starts raining. We've got a new rack up here too from my friend in Springvale who gave me this banana pup 2 years ago. Yeah, it took 2 years for his gift to how am I gonna shoot this? Open. There you go. There it is. It's opening. We're getting a new banana rack here too. Thanks, Ken. Gee, I had to really twist his arm to give me this. Oh, he said, oh, it's a special variety from Vietnam. I'm still testing it. I can't give you one yet, George. But I twisted his arm enough and I got it. Lime trees flowering. All the limes are gone. Luckily we froze 200 of them back in winter. Macadamia. I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's been in the ground for 10 years and he only gave us 3 nuts 3 years ago. I don't know why he didn't give us a million, because he's big enough. Look how big he is. About 4.5 meters, and I've cut the top off twice. Lots of new leaves everywhere. Everywhere. Let's have a look back here. There he is. Look at that. For a trunk. Massive trunk. Massive trunk. And if you don't know what a macadamia is, that's it there. It's the famous Australian nut. A lot of people ask me, what the heck is a macadamia? The international audience. Australians know what it is, but the Chinese don't. And the Indians don't. That's half the world's population that don't know what it is. Australia is insignificant in the overall picture of the world. Completely insignificant. We've only got 25 million people. That's the population of New Delhi. And this guy here is, well, you've seen this guy enough, the Pinkerton. So excited to count all the fruit that's coming next month off of this guy. Always checking the progress on that one. Oh, talking about progress, look what I'm standing right next to. Yay! Does anyone know what this is? For such a small tree, why would I be so excited? Does anyone know? Why would Banana Daddy be so excited for this little guy? It's got new little leaves. Little leaves like these. Oh. Anyone know what this is? And over here he's got a brother. Little brother. Who's just woken up also. These woke up last week. I put these in the ground in August also, near the end of winter. And I was getting a little anxious. Would they wake up? Would they wake up? And here you go, they're waking up. These are called American pawpaws. American pawpaws. Nothing to do with papaya. In Australia we call pawpaw papaya. Or papaya pawpaw. Absolutely crazy, isn't it? These are pawpaws. Native American pawpaws. So we'll see what happens with those next. Then coming around the corner to my little work place or work center. Got this new, not new, this old black sapoti replanted in the ground, as I showed you a few days ago, covering them up with a lot of mulch. And the same with the prickly pear. Look at this for mulch. Huh? Almost half a pine tree. This pine tree here. Whoa. Yeah, a lot of free mulch or pine needles from that tree. Right here. Thank you. Right here for this prickly pear, which is getting a new leaf. See that? Beautiful. I put this guy in the ground back in I think August or September, about a month ago. So I put him out of the way near the fence so no one gets pricked. So these are the two loquats, the volunteers I showed you the other day. Happy in their pots. Happy, happy. One there, one there. And what have I done in the greenhouse? Alright, these are the tamarillos I potted a few days ago. Happy, happy, happy. Sugar cane cuttings, waiting for them to sprout. And it looks like slowly, slowly, slowly they're sprouting. You've got to look real close though. Put them in the water. They need to be in the water. I need to change the water every couple of days. And some Malabar spinach seeds and loofah. Yep, I'm doing loofah. Wish me luck on that because that needs a lot of room. And over here, kangkong. Water spinach, right? Water spinach, kangkong, which is basically tropical spinach. And over here, our favorites. These are so hard to find at the market, so expensive. Wing bean. Beans with wings on them. Yeah, so I did this job yesterday. They won't sprout unless the air temperature is above 20 Celsius. And outside, guess what it is? 13. So we close the door and guess what? Now it's 20 degrees. All of a sudden it went from 13 to 20 in there. Here we are in the veggie patch. A lot of work in here. Believe it or not, this is more work than all the fruit trees I just showed you. Why? Because of bugs. Yeah, bugs. Fruit trees hardly ever have bugs, but you got moths, snails, earwigs, you name it. Everything going on in here. And that's why I don't have a very large vegetable garden. I just don't like, I'm a lazy gardener. I don't like dealing with stuff like that all the time. I don't mind 3 or 4 times a year, but not every day. Every day on my knees dealing with bugs. No thanks. So that's the beauty about fruit trees. Set and forget. But these are pretty cool. When they're ready, look at this. Look at these beans. And you can eat these raw. My first snack for the day. Yummy. Tomatoes I put in about 2 weeks ago. Flowering. All right. Time to check out the front. Yeah, there's more. You guys only saw half of the picture. And remember guys, I'm not on an acreage on the mountains or run a farm here. This is just a city property or an urban block of land, which means anyone can do it where I am. But most people don't because they're working, they're raising kids, or they can't move. They're immobile. So the mango is coming along beautifully. This is the Glen. The oldest mango I have. It's about 4 years old, coming up to 5. Poor guy. He's had such a confusing last 3-4 months. He tried to flower at the beginning of winter in June, and everything was aborted because winter hit, hard winter. Then we tried again last month in September. And September is fine in most of Australia. Sydney and north of Sydney, no problem. It's warm, it's beautiful. Not here. September in Melbourne is still winter. So he aborted these flowers a second time. And now in October, he's trying for the third time to set flowers. That's why they say you can't grow a mango in Melbourne. Good point. But we're not gonna give up, guys. We're not giving up. All right, this is a second pineapple guava I have. It's budding everywhere, buds, 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 buds. Full of buds. Bud, 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 million buds. Million buds, flower buds. Trillions of buds. So I got one here, one there, and another one down there. This one's never fruited. It's the youngest one. Different variety too. There's different varieties of pineapple guava, Feijoa. So always checking these guys. Checking the Suriname cherry, which I showed earlier in a small pot. This one has never fruited. It's flowered, but once again, when it sets flowers at the end of August, early September, it's too cold. So it aborts. Drop everything, too cold. So now that it's warmer in October, it's bringing all these leaves back again, these new shiny leaves. But I don't know if it's gonna try and flower a second time, just for us. Just for us. Come on. All the Suriname cherries in New South Wales and Queensland are already setting fruit, but not here. So lime, Feijoa, this is a different variety. It's also setting buds. Not sure if this is a bigger or smaller sized pineapple guava. We'll find out. This is a transplant I did back in August. It's a super dwarf Anzac peach, subtropical variety with a lot of leaf curl. Very hard to control leaf curl on peaches here. Another guava, this is the lemon guava, or as we call them, yellow cherry. Coming nicely. Oh, there's the neighbor's cat. I like how it's not only waking up, but bringing out new shoots. Look at that. Yep, the small deep. And wow, look at this. This is a pomegranate tree, two of them, and looky how well they've done since I put them in larger tree circles with tons of compost. You guys won't believe this. You pomegranate lovers won't believe this. A bit small to show you, but believe me, there's at least 20 fruit buds opening. Like that one there. Look at that. Beautiful. Another one here. Another one. Where is he? Another one there. I counted about 20 of them. They're hidden. Another one here. Hidden so beautifully. Another one here. I've had such rotten luck with pomegranates until I made a change back in August. Anyway, so that's one. Looks beautiful too. And this one as well, the Ben Hur. There you go. 1, 2, fruit. Oh, the mailman's here. 3. If you go around, you'll count about a dozen on here too. So I'm pretty rapt about the pomegranate improvement. Thank you, finally. So because this video has become way longer than I would have wanted, I'm gonna rename it to Late Spring Garden Update instead of just what my daily protocol is in the morning. I guess you can have both titles. What I do every day, and this is actually what I do every day. I go from tree to tree. It only takes me about 20-30 minutes, which is how long this video is. But when you're talking on camera and filming, it seems like forever. When you're walking alone and just looking and moving along to the next tree, it goes real fast. It's like, wow, was that 20 minutes? It seemed like 20 seconds. So I'm just showing you the plums and the peaches. Kumquat. Just checking these guys out. Kumquat and plumquat next to each other. And here we got another banana rack coming. Showed you this a couple of weeks ago. Where is he? He's well hidden. That's where he is. Look at that. Is he up? He's up there. Very hard to film this guy. There he is. There's the rack, or the banana blossom, getting ready to open. Pretty wrapped about that. A whopper. A real whopper. Yep. Oh, there he is on this side. Am I gonna? There he is. There he is. Okay, come on, guy. Yeah. Little mandarin tree. And I'll show you what I mean about anyone can do this, but they don't. This is my neighbor's garden, yard. Empty. He's got room to do it. I'm lucky. Is it luck? Or is it want? Do you want to do it? It's all about want. Do you desire to do it? Anyway, yeah, these are the white sapotes now that fruit every year. This is the Hawaiian Supreme flowering. Fruiting. Gone past flowering with these guys. These have been fruiting since August. Showed you this a couple of months ago. Not going to get into that right now, but they're coming along nicely. This will be ready in May. The white sapotes, the Vietnamese pomelo. I'm waiting for these to hold as long as possible because the one I cut last month, I don't think it was fully ripe. And when this one is fully ripe, oh my God, the taste is amazing. Custard apples. I'm doing an experiment with these, leaving these on the tree to fully ripen. The little ones I left, and the big ones are inside, which I showed you earlier on the kitchen counter. Waiting to see them, what the difference will be inside when I cut them. So that's the custard apple. And the guava, the Indian guava, I pruned it last week, cut off the tops. And it's got hardly any leaves left. It's bringing out all these new leaves, which I showed you recently. All these new leaves. So always checking everything with a sharp eye. Another white sapote there, another white sapote here. They're not fruiting yet, they're just flowering. A lot of flowers. These have been flowering since July. Hicks Fancy, mulberry, fully loaded. I don't know how I'm going to get a net up there, but I'm going to net this guy next month. because I don't want to lose all these delicious berries, mulberries. The Wampy coming along nicely, subtropical. This is the Red Shatut, fully loaded, crazy loaded. Definitely need a net on this. Thankfully it's a semi-dwarf, easily can be netted. Jacaranda has almost finished dropping all its leaves, getting new leaves in a couple of weeks. New Indian peach, which I put in the ground 2 months ago, getting new leaves, but no fruit. Looks like it's gonna skip 1 year. It's a dwarf peach, Indian kind. That's fine. Let it get established roots, and we'll see you next year for fruit. Another white sapote, black sapote, the one that was a champ all winter. No activity on this yet. It's like on hold, like you pushed the big pause button. No activity at all, unless you look very, 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 very closely. Little things moving there. Little things moving there. But not much to report on him. Apricots, a lot of activity there. Like going crazy with apricots. These are ready at the end of December. White Shatut. The activity here is again nuts. Everyone has to have one of these. Everyone has to have a mulberry. At least 2 of them, or at least 1. Okay, must. No excuses. This is a large one, the White Shatut. Get the red one if you're limited in space. And I think that's a wrap, guys. Yeah, it is. We're done. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this very, very long video. And please put a like and comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, how dare you? Please do that too. Share this with your friends. You know you love this channel, and I want your friends to love it too. Anyone who's into crossing the temperate zone into the subtropics without leaving their home. Thanks again, and we'll see you at the next video.